everyone, it's Christina. Welcome back. Today I wanted to share how my daily pages are coming in my standard TN. So I'm going to show you a couple of inserts and yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so this is the one that I started in the standard Traveler's Notebook. And I just wrote in pen here the dates. This was July 25th to August 21st. So I'm going to do a super quick flip of my pages. This was me using space that I didn't use on my daily pages, as well as this one. And that's kind of how this book just ended up being, as I was, stumbling through trying to figure out what I wanted. I've learned that a lot of my, those zebra fountain pens, those disposable ones, do not like acrylic paints. And I would say that probably for most paints, right? Or pens rather, on those paints. They just don't write well. So here, I'm just kind of showing you what I did. Most of them, I guess I should also mention, this is important, the scripting does not work for me because there's no room to change things. And while I'm a planner and while I have an ideal week that is very thought out, this is my daughter on one side for my 7-year-old and then me on the other for 7 days a week. While I do this, I still enjoy flexibility, right? Sometimes things aren't the way they are on here. Ideal week, right? So when you script, there's not a whole lot of room to say, hey, wait a minute, I didn't get up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I do feel that some parts of my daily pages now are repetitive, right? But not like scripting. I thought scripting was going to be different, right? Like each day for some reason. I don't even know. But you're literally writing out even more words that are the same every day. And then if it doesn't happen, then you've got all this space filled in and no room to make any changes. I'm not going to mark things out. I'm not going to use whiteout. Tip-ins and making small adjustments is one thing, right? I think Jenny uses tip-ins, Jenny with Planner Perfect. If her whole day or like an afternoon or, you know what I mean, like a bigger time blocks go out of whack, she'll use tip-ins to correct her pages, right? I don't know. I mean, it works for some people, yes. But I wasn't getting anything done. And this is like up at 9 a.m. and maybe till 8 o'clock, just right here. And that's not real. Look at that. This is a standard TN page. You guys know me. This is not real. And then I wasn't writing my homeschool stuff on these pages either, though. I will just say that. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was going to be creative. I thought it was going to be, more thought out kind of thing. But I realized that I am already thinking out my days. This is what I use. And I don't pre-plan on a weekly page. I just plan on daily pages. I use monthly and daily if you're new here. So, yeah, I mean, it was just so boring and so, where do you write down that you had a phone call come in and then you had to write notes down and I keep a phone log. No, I'm not keeping a phone log. I don't need that. You know what I mean? I want it to be on my daily pages. I don't know. It just didn't work. I tried writing some things bigger because that was the bigger part of my day. But it just, like I said, it just didn't work. These are homeschool lesson plans here. I do not have to report. And then I really did try to open up, right? I did try to open up with the scripting, and I wrote like the number. Jenny does a doodle or whatever in the middle sometimes, or words or different things. So I thought I would do the date. And then I tried to do like up till nap time, and then do evening and dinner, like later night, you know, kind of splitting up my pages so that I could leave some empty space. But I kind of don't like empty space. And then you have these weird empty spaces where you're like, what am I going to put here? You see what I mean? Like to fill it. And again, I was literally writing the same thing every day. Like, I don't even know. We did this, I did it after the fact. I don't know, like, because I want to that's what I do. I work, and I put notes about things on my daily pages. Not journaling necessarily, but it's enough to where I could take a daily page and go back and journal, typically. Here, I was like, hey, I rearranged our living space. I was like, hey, I'm gonna draw this out. I have the room, you know. So yeah, I tried. I really did. See, these I used the labels on, like the Avery labels, and covered up because it was just a mess underneath there. I don't know. And see here, I didn't write anything here or anything here. I don't know. I couldn't. And then here I was trying to do like, okay, let's set up the page. And look, I didn't even use it. Again, didn't use it. See, like it was nothing. I don't know. Okay. So that's the end of that. Okay. So this is look at the decorations. This is the Midori or Traveler's Company, whatever you want to call it. Lightweight insert. I was trying to think of the name of it. Where the paper's super thin and there's no lines. Okay. And so yes, I have put some decor on here, but I'm not going to do a flip of that right this second. Okay. Let's just stay focused. I wrote some descriptions of some Instagram reels that I saved for exercises, and weight training and things. And so that's what I just kind of used that space for. Some people would probably put more decor there. Not me. I need to exercise. So I am back. I am back to what I was doing before. I am back to what was working. And there you have it. Now, Mondays is just art for us. So there's not as much for school, like the whole, grammar and math and history and all the things. So, and this was my first day back to planning like this. So I do end up having some empty spots on this page, on this side rather. So I did use my date stamp. Love that because it's quick and easy, and I stamp like a week, which I'm going to show you how the future of this book is going to be. But I love that I have the month and the year. Like, who knew, And then here we have Tuesday. Again, it's coming back, right? It's coming back. Wednesday. Thursday. Obviously, you can read. I'm just talking. Friday. Saturday. Sunday. And I did try to do like some next week things, and then I was kind of thinking right here. That's in my brain. And then I was like, okay, is this practical to watercolor this whole book? Like, I don't know. Okay. So this was this past Monday, and I don't have it dated, which is annoying. I didn't stamp it yet, but I will. So what I decided to do is the time blocking on the left and school on the right, and just divide one line down the middle and leave this one open. This is my mundane, repetitive part, but the more when I take it off, I want it back. every single time. So I'm leaving it because it helps me to see the day. Because I don't have, you know, how I was doing before. I was cutting. Let me show you. This is what it looks like now because I have to keep track of my daughter, my 7-year-old too. So this is my new ideal week. And this is basically her on the left and me on the right for Monday. So all of this on this side is Monday. So before I would print this out and cut and paste it, which is a pain. So to me, writing it out just reminds me, and 10 to 2, I just write school block typically, like you'll see that as I go through this. And so it's a visual to keep me on track. Like I said, I am kind of rigid this way, but I'm also learning the flexibility part, the spontaneous part, and not freaking out if things don't fit into the blocks. They will get done, but they just have to move to a new block. But I am kind of being more strict though with the school block, because I was a little bit too lenient with that towards the end of last school year. So here you go. You can kind of see. And then this part usually doesn't get filled in for whatever reason. So I'll kind of work on that. There's always room for improvement, right? But I did make some notes here and just kind of writing more things in, things to do, things that happened. This is actually today. So I can write that I picked up I got another 9-cube shelf for our homeschool bookshelf area. If you are new here, I went back and forth with the Alaskan Schoolhouse YouTube channel. So I started the YouTube channel, then I put it with my 24 plan, and now I've moved it back on its own, and that is where it's going to stay. And yes, that is my final answer. Alaskan Schoolhouse is the YouTube channel, and I will link it below. So I bought another cube shelf for that area, and this is kind of done. I mean, I'm going to kind of mark it, but I need to make a note about that. But this, I feel, for me, more productive when I have this list. When I I am writing the things out. I am, writing out exactly, not just writing some email so-and-so. Like what about? Like when you look back at this, when you actually need to know answers to the questions, when days and weeks and months go by and you have to find your books and go, oh, when did that happen? And what was said, and what was the follow-up, and all the things. When you actually have to go back and find information, you learn real quick what you need to add to your planner. At least that's been my experience. So this is tomorrow, already kind of getting a good start on the day. I did just add watercolor to this page, like literally right before I started filming. So what happened is these have watercolor on them, okay? There is shadowing. I can see through this. But when you look at this, and I'm not bringing you in any further, it's the same, from here to here. You can see all of this. And this normally wouldn't bother me, but it's really bothering me in this book. Look at that. Like you can see everything. And when you start writing on the top of it, this one has more. When you start writing on the top of it, then you can't read it. I mean, it's that bad. It's the shadowing that bad. So I went back and added some watercolor in, so that will help. This is the rest of this week. And then I'm going to keep on keeping on. I'm not going to do next week or anything like that. If there's something, I'm going to stamp these as well. So I'm going to watercolor and label them. I'm going to write the day and the date with the stamp, and I'm going to keep on keeping on in this book. And then I think, what did I say? I forgot. I thought I wrote it down or said it in my last video. How many days this was going to last, like until October or something, I think. I can't remember. But anyways, and then if something's going to happen back here, and I don't want to write on the page yet for whatever reason, then I'll just use a Post-it note and put it in there. So that's what the paper looks like, though. It is, you know, it's thin. It's not like, you know, super, super, super thin, but it is thin. And I'm getting the paper wetter. So it is doing a little bit more crinkling. And so that's what I have so far, you guys, for dailies. And I'm really liking it. There will be more to come on this. So if you like this content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. It really does help my channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave those for me below. Check the description box for further information, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.